We welcome you into another Conejo contest as we visit the San Luis Obispo Blues for the final time before the playoffs. Austin Gregory alongside Sammy Holiday and Josh Mechanic as the Oaks look to continue with their hot ways. 2 straight wins coming into tonight's ball game. They've won 7 of their last 10, and they're only a half game out of first place. And it's a big one for the Oaks tonight. And Josh, what do the Oaks need to do to continue staying hot and keep winning?
Well, for the Oaks, this long stretch of ball games has been due to very high-quality offense and very high-quality pitching. So they just got to stay hot at the plate, continue to be disciplined, and not chase pitches. That's where they get into trouble. But as long as they're patient at the plate and see the pitcher well, they'll find success. And as long as they continue to be efficient on the mound and throw a lot of strikes, should be another win.
Yeah, and it's going to be Tyler Ganus who will lead things off for the Oaks tonight. He'll be in right field tonight. The top hitter in CCL play will be followed by Austin Carrillo, who'll get his first start in left field tonight because we have the surprise return of Raul Sandoval, last year's starting center fielder for the Conejo Oaks. A big ad. The UC Davis Aggie be a big pickup for this team, as we've had guys miss here and there. Rest of the lineup after Carrillo, Gavin Grant at short will be batting third. AJ Salgado, the designated hitter, in the 4 spot. Noah Karliner, your first baseman tonight, in the 5 hole. And that Raul Sandoval, he'll be batting 6th in center field. Charles Masino will get his first start in quite some time at third base. In the 7 hole, Colin Hynek will be behind home plate. And Jack Brooks rounds out the lineup at second base as Tyler Ganus steps in the box, and he'll be the first batter to greet Ryan Baum, who's on the mound to start today's ball game for the Blues.
Yeah, Baum, a 4-pitch mix: fastball, curveball, changeup, slider. Pretty basic stuff, but he has been one of the Blues' best pitchers this summer. So for the Oaks, it's all about working counts and try to get him out of this ball game as early as possible.
We see a slider right away to Ganus for ball 1. We can see Tate Samuelson over there at third in on the infield grass, preparing for Tyler Ganus to potentially bunt. But he'll swing and rip it right past Tate Samuelson. He'll get down the left field line. It'll be a leadoff double for the hottest hitter in the CCL, Tyler Ganus.
Sammy, you mentioned that Ryan Baum has been arguably the best pitcher for the Blues this summer. He's actually yet to give up a run. The only Blues player that has a 0 ERA still, he's pitched in 14 innings, including non-league play, and just 2 walks and no runs allowed. So,
well, if things continue to be the way they have been this season in San Luis Obispo for the Oaks, he'll have a tough job keeping that clean slate. The Oaks 3-0 so far here at San Luis Obispo so far this season. 11-5 early in June, 12-4 to start this month on July 1st, and 6-5 last Wednesday.
Yeah, the Oaks just love playing here up and slow.
Austin Carrillo fouls that one back. Carrillo has really gotten hot as of late, as we talked about multiple times. It's been almost like a roller coaster ride for Carrillo with his average. Never really dipped that far down. It's more just been like those little wiggle line, maybe a loop-the-loop in there a little bit. But there's a point where Austin Carrillo got on base 18 times in 5 games.
Just in the month of July, Carrillo has raised his season average from 270 to 340.
That one misses down in the dirt. Chase Gallegos handles that one, though.
How about Tyler Ganus switching it up a little bit? Saw the third baseman playing real in and just shoots it right past him. Play closer.
We saw him do the Josh Mechanic the other day, the fake bunt slash at the right field. So
that was beautiful.
He does it all. 1-1 now to Carrillo. Ganus dances off a second. That one hits Carrillo. Nothing new there. Carrillo hasn't been hit in a while, I feel like, though. He did lead.
Yeah, you were saying that was more of a Cal Lou thing for him.
Yeah, well, early on
And
this
then
summer he was
And then the
getting.
first couple of games, he got hit like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, he hasn't been
Yeah.
hit since
No.
July 5th against the Barons.
No,
Yeah.
Jack Brooks is the
Jack Brooks is the ball magnet this year.
pause.
Yeah, let's take a look to see the team hit by pitch leaders. Yeah, Brooks is first with 9, and then Carrillo, and a lot of guys have 3.
So another red hot bat steps in, Gavin Grant.
Way to utilize that cough button there, bud.
Strike 1 to Gavin Grant. A long time there for Baum to deliver the first pitch of the at-bat.
Yeah, surprised Grant didn't call time there. Another RBI opportunity for Gavin Grant. We've seen him really take advantage of these opportunities as of late. He's among the team leaders in RBIs now. Over double digits.
Yeah, I'll take time there. Yeah, we've seen ever since last time we were here, we've seen a fluctuating leaders for RBIs. It was Salgado, then Dode. Now it's Thurfee. Grant getting up there.
Carrillo up there getting close as well.
Grant shows bunt, pulls back, takes ball 1.
I like that idea right there. Show bunt. Maybe get both runners over, then one of the team leaders in RBIs. Again, near the top, AJ Salgado gets a 2 RBI opportunity.
As Gavin Grant loops that one, and the right field will drop down. Ganus will be sent home. Be a close play as it gets past Gallegos as Ganus has to evade the catcher. It's going to be an RBI single for Gavin Grant, and just like that, there goes Alex Baum's perfect streak.
Right on cue.
He didn't even pick up an out before giving up that run, and I was surprised that Coach Raymer sent Ganus
Yes.
with nobody out, and good throw most likely gets him at the plate.
Yeah, that throw up the line a bit, caught the lip of the grass, and was a tricky hop.
Yeah.
Ate up the catcher pretty good there.
If Gallegos makes that catch, Ganus is out because he just has to turn
Yeah.
around and tag him.
Yes, 100%.
But now Salgado steps in. Take strike 1.
We've seen Zach Dode as the traditional cleanup hitter the past few days for the Oaks, but he's on the shelf today. Talking to him pregame, he's dealing with a bit of a knee issue that he tore. He tore his LCL in high school, and I guess yesterday when he was squatting in the weight room, he felt it tweak a little bit, so he's out today, and hopefully that's a quick heal.
Salgado fouls that one away. 0-2 to him now. And we will have Zach Dode on the broadcast a little later on in the game, alongside another special guest who won't be named at the time. We'll let him surprise us when he comes on. But AJ Salgado looked good in batting practice. I know Sammy wasn't here for batting practice. Josh was busy snagging balls at shortstop, but Salgado hit a home run.
It's over the Mustang sign.
Yeah. And maybe even mid to the left of that, he obliterated a baseball. Take ball 1 in. It's a very great take right there. Very close to the zone.
Yeah, really good spot inside. Tries to freeze him there, and he certainly froze Salgado, but just didn't get the call.
1-2 now. Carrillo at second, Grant at first, following his RBI single that drove in Tyler Ganus. Salgado swings and misses at strike 3.
It's a really good changeup there from Baum, and you can see why he had his ERA coming into today with 2 runners on and nobody out. Goes to that disappearing changeup to get the strikeout of the Oaks cleanup hitter.
So Noah Karliner steps in now. Still only 1 out with 2 on. Karliner's really turned things around this summer. Struggled at the beginning, but he's increased his average more and more.
Oaks coming off of back-to-back wins in the South, beating the Saints 10-8 and the Barons 9-1.
I feel like Karliner may have even raised his average more than anybody else in the past 3 weeks, month.
I'll find out for you.
Yeah, Noah's really turned the corner, and he's been hitting the ball so hard lately. On Wednesday versus Compton, he hit that double his first at bat, 105 off the bat. I think Andrew Lucas told us it was.
Yeah.
Just
I saw it
absolutely
on the
insane.
track room. It blew it past the center fielder's head.
Incredible.
2-0 now. Karliner swings and misses at strike one, 2-1 now.
In the South, a 278 average as a team, and they average 7+ runs a game for 25 games.
3-1 now.
Tying outside, and we count out 3 walks.
Noah in the driver's seat right now. You really want to see him sit on one pitch in one location and do some serious damage.
They walk a lot, they actually strike out a lot as well. Pitch on its way.
Karliner swings and tips that one as the glove of Gallegos, which runs the count full.
That's a scary pitch there from Baum. 3-1, right over the heart of the plate. And with how hot Karliner's swinging the bat, Baum's lucky that Karliner didn't barrel up that one.
That he still has the ball in his glove.
Yeah.
Carrillo goes, the throw down,
Whoa.
launched in the left field. So that'll bring in another run on throwing error from Chase Gallegos.
Wow.
So that run will end up, that'll be a
KE2.
stolen base for Carrillo the third,
Yes.
but then he scores on the E2, so that run will be unearned for Baum because his catcher launched that one in the left field. So now Grant stands on second, as this gives Raul Sandoval his first at-bat of the summer with a chance to make it a 3-run ball game at the least here in the first inning. Grant,
Take.
beautiful.
He had that ball stolen. He had that bag stolen before it was in the catcher's glove.
Grant was
Baum
only
just-
out there
Baum
for
just-
6 pitches, make that 7, and he's got the pitcher's timing down as he's able to take that literally the second that Baum lifts his foot.
And Grant shot up the stolen base leaderboard for the Oaks. He's second now on the team in stolen bases behind Tyler Ganus.
Sandoval fouls that one away. 0-2 the count to him now.
It's also a good job by Sandoval, who I'm sure is anxious coming into his first at-bat of the summer for the Oaks, probably wanting to swing the bat, but because of how good of a jump Grant got, Sandoval just has to stand there and accept the strike because fouling it away would send Grant back to second.
Gives him an easier RBI opportunity as well.
Yep.
Infield single will bring in a run.
So that off-speed pitch misses well away. 1-2 now. A single will easily score Grant.
Yeah, it really just puts the wild pitch possibility.
Adds a lot of pressure on the catcher as well. Saw Gallegos just launch a ball into left, see if he can keep balls in front of him.
Sandoval chops out the short. It's going to be a tough play. And it's dropped. So it's going to be 3-0 Oaks. I think you got to rule that one in E3 if you ask me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what. We'll see how Matt next to us, the Blues.
Give us a
Blues
thumbs
stat
up
man,
on the
he
E3.
ruled it E3.
Yes.
That ball should have been caught.
It was a nice play over there at short by CJ Maciel, and all of a sudden, it was, I don't know if it was just Mastoni falling asleep or whatever there at first, but he tried to nonchalantly pick it and he drops it. Sandoval breaks for second, and they'll get him. Tried for the swim move, but he gets caught stealing on his first attempt of the summer, which will take us to the top of the first. The Oaks score 3. It's an RBI single for Gavin Grant. Carrillo scores on the throwing error on his stolen base. And then Grant scores on the error on the first baseman on his chopper to short. So Michael Allen will take the mound for his second start of the summer for the Oaks. And what have we seen so far this summer from Michael? I don't know why I said Michael Allen or Michael. It's just Mike Stanford. I've just known him for that long. He's changed his name 4 times on me.
You know, it all works. Everything works.
But it's big Mike Stanford on the mound for his second start for the Oaks.
Parents in attendance today.
They are. I saw them down there. But anyways, Josh.
Well, for Mike, like you mentioned, Austin, just his second start. His majority of his work has come out of the bullpen, and he was spectacular out of the pen. And he'll be transitioning to a starter at College of the Desert. So we've seen him in the starter's role. His last outing, he had to fight hard to get through 4 innings in Compton, in which he allowed a couple earned runs, but definitely a lot of promise from him. I'm sure he was nervous in his first start, so we know he has the stuff, and he knows he has the stuff. Just has to command it and force the Blues to put the ball in play and let his defense work.
Offense certainly helped him out, giving him a 3-run cushion before he even got on the mound, so that's got to boost his confidence a lot, which we've talked to a couple guys on the Oaks staff, and they've all told us it's just so much easier to pitch when you know your offense is putting up 7-8 runs a ball game consistently, as you don't have the feel to be as perfect as sometimes you need to be as a pitcher when your offense is sort of struggling.
Right.
Yeah, Stanford obviously looking to have another good outing. I talked with him about his last outing where he pitched in Compton and was a little frustrated because of the strike zone that was being presented to him by the home plate umpire, which we talked about during that game. A lot of pinching going on. So if it's consistent with what we saw there in the first inning, I think Big Mike will be fine in this one. And the first batter to face him will be the first baseman who made that error and allowed a 3rd run to score, Luke Mastoni.
Mastoni is hitting over 400 for the Blues this summer, their team leader, and he's actually listed as a pitcher. So he's pitched in 6 games this summer. 2-way guy for the Blues.
So roll that one foul. Mastoni will be familiar with a couple guys on the Oaks starting in the spring. He'll be getting a couple new teammates, Maddox Lada, who had to leave because of injury, Jackson Lapiner, who's nursing that ankle injury. All will be members of the Cal State Fullerton baseball squad. And that one fouled back, goes between the legs of Hynek.
Mastoni and Lapiner will be 2-way guys together there. That's impressive for Mastoni, hitting over 400 with the sub-5 ERA too. 17 strikeouts in 12 innings on the mound.
I'll chop that one straight down again.
Really like to see Mike start the outing out good. Get a quick out. Really boost that confidence, and will hopefully lead him into a very deep outing this ball game.
That one fouled away again.
Good pitch there, but an even better job from Mastoni to stay alive there. Really good pitch. It really got in on him. Sort of almost disappeared and just barely got a piece of it. I don't know how he did it, Josh.
Yeah, I thought he was going to whiff once I saw him chase that. And that's what's happening this at-bat so far. Stanford's getting the chases, but Mastoni's able to just get pieces of it.
That one's rolled over to Masino at 3rd. It'll test him early on. He fires across the diamond, and he's safe. I'll say Karliner was off the bag. So it'll be an infield single for Mastoni.
Yeah, it looked like Masino thought he had a bit more time than he did, so after realizing he had to get rid of it, he let the throw sail just a bit after he tried to throw it 100 miles an hour across the diamond. And I'm going to go back on the stream, double check, see if Karliner's foot was off the bag.
Yeah, I didn't think it was, if I'm being honest.
I actually thought that was the right call, but let's see.
As E.J. Kreitzman steps in, he squares the bunt, pulls back, takes ball 1. That one shot out to left field. Carrillo back at the wall. He'll make the catch on his first fly ball out and left, and he'll launch that one into Jack Brooks at second. It's a deep fly out.
Man,
E.J.
that ball
Kreitzman.
carried.
Yeah, that ball was crushed.
That ball looked like it was popped up. Looked like Carrillo off the bat wasn't going to have to move at all. And he had to venture all the way back just right in front of the wall.
It's the parallel opposites
Ball-
of Kalu. The
ball
jet stream
flies
to left.
here.
Yeah,
the
that-
ball flies here.
To left, but not to right.
Yes.
Not to right, but the left.
Really impressive swing from Kreitzman. That
Unless
was
you're AJ
opposite field.
Salgado and Brendan Durfee and BP, then you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, that was a great swing, Sammy. Driving it the opposite way.
Yeah, just really textbook. Just missed a home run.
Beautiful backdoor breaking ball from Mike Stanford to Aiden Anderson for strike number 1. That one's chopped, foul. Also, today before BP, I was having a little toss, and one trickled away towards the plate, and I walked towards the plate.
Oh, yeah.
The plate
Hold on. Before we go any farther, it trickled away. Did you drop it?
No,
No,
it was a
bad
bad
throw?
throw.
There
Our
was,
special guest was playing catch
Okay.
with me.
Okay.
It was some rough catch play,
Yeah.
to say the least.
Yeah.
I was watching it.
That one's chopped, foul. And I
Yeah.
get over to the plate. The plate
This is weird. Listen to this.
isn't like inflated. It's like a bubble when you step on it. It's not hard or flat on the ground. It's like somebody took an air pump and pumped it into the
I
plate.
don't know if you could tell from here, Sammy. Now you can't, but you can kind of see it like raises. It's so weird.
Interesting.
0-2 still to count to Anderson. Stanford delivers. That one just misses away. 1-2 now.
The first ball he's thrown.
No, first pitch was ruled the ball. It was close last batter, but
Yeah.
ruled the ball to Kreitzman.
Yeah, I thought Kreitzman pulled back on the bunt attempt, and I thought it was a strike, but
Yeah, the Blues broadcast was confused as well because umpire didn't make a definitive call.
that one misses down. Nice job by Hynek to slide over and keep that one at home. Spent the day yesterday with Hynek and Evan Gray and some of the interns.
Oaks Day at Angel
Oaks
Stadium.
took over Angel Stadium. Oaks running baseball right now. That one shot to Brooks. 4, 6. Safe.
What?
Karliner off the bag again.
See, that time I thought he was on.
Yeah, that throw from Grant pulled Noah a little bit. Grant rushed the throw just a little bit there. Good turn by Brooks.
Yeah, the two middle infielders, Grant and Brooks, both very good at their respective positions.
Coach Solis is out talking to the first base umpire about this one.
Yeah, the throw pulled Karliner a little bit, but it looked like he stayed on the bag. So
He
they're-
did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're gonna talk about it, see if any umpire picked it up. I definitely thought he did. We're watching a little bit of instant replay on Josh's
Look at this
laptop.
frame
Yeah,
by
no
frame.
chance.
Yeah.
No chance. He was all over that bag, but
Send it up to the booth. We got the
Yeah.
replay. Send it up
Yeah.
here. That's a bad call.
yeah, nothing you can do. We tried to get him to send it to New York, but
They can't hear us, I guess.
yeah, we don't hold much water. We should have gotten the phone right away with some of the people in the squad down there. We
Yeah.
came
rolled
rolling
deep today.
We came rolling deep today.
Colin Villegas steps in now. So he'll
Nice
take strike
pitch.
1.
Blues actually got 2 runs on 6 hits back on the first of July.
Villegas towards the bottom half of the team totals for average this year, just over 200. That backdoor slider attempt from Stanford misses away. 1-1 the count now.
Depending on what else goes on in this ball game, we may be asking Noah Karliner later later today after the game.
Runner
How
goes,
bad
throw
those
down from
calls were
Hynek.
missed.
That one bounces into the center field. Runner going to third.
Unnecessary
Yeah,
slide.
what? Very late slide, too.
Yeah.
So it'll be a stolen base to second and an error on Colin Hynek that allows Aiden Anderson to go to third. So 2-1 the count now to Villegas. The runner now stands on third. Beautiful breaking ball there from Mike Stanford to even the count at 2.
Mike looks a lot more comfortable in this first inning than he did in the first inning back in Compton.
That slider just misses away, slips a little. Yeah, I was standing with Big Mike during BP. It's kind of his protector while I was doing his stretches out there.
Good job.
And then once we got closer to game time, whole different mindset from him. Wasn't talking with too many people. Was just locked in. That one misses down for ball 4, but you could see once he locked in for the game, it was very evident.
Yeah, unfortunate right there, that at-bat really shouldn't have even taken place after the missed call saying Karliner was off the bag.
This brings Tate Samuelson to the plate. Hitting 212, so he's turned things around as of late. So he'll swing and miss at strike 1.
The umpire looked in a pretty good position to make that call, too. As an umpire, you're really taught when you're doing the bases to not look at the ball at all, but listen for the ball and look at the feet of the first baseman. And if he was watching the feet of Karliner, he would have saw that they would have stayed on the bag. So he must have been looking more at the glove and saw the glove get pulled a little bit, and that's why he made that call.
1-1. That one's shot out to center field.
Justice.
And Raul Sandoval will set under that one for out number 3. So a little bit of trouble, but no damage done as no runs come across here in the bottom of the first. The Oaks lead 3-0 as we head to top of the second. It will be the bottom of the order due up. Masino, Hynek, Brooks. We'll be back. Welcome you back now as it's Chucky Masino stepping into the box now. Masino has not been in the lineup as much as the other guys who have been in the lineup lately, but he's obviously proved he can get a job done as he's one of multiple guys hitting over 300 for arguably the best offensive team in CCL South right now in the Conejo Oaks.
Yeah, it's just super hard to get into this Oaks lineup. There's so many guys who are deserving of at-bats. every day you got somebody on the bench who just say, why is that guy starting? But there's only 9 spots that you can fill, so.
1-2 the count now to Masino. Yeah, Masino filling the void at third base today with Dode with that knee knock, and Salgado still not fully recovered from the hip flexor issue. So Masino chops that to the 5-6 hole. It's going to be a tough play. It'll be an infield single for Charles Masino.
CJ Maciel almost made that play. I thought it was a surefire single there for Masino, and Maciel made it much closer than it should have been.
Gotta chat. I feel like it would be better with Carrillo in center. Carrillo has been playing center all year for the Oaks, but last year Raul Sandoval was the everyday starter. As the message is retracted. Well,
Hynek
we
takes
saw
strike
it.
one.
We saw it, bud.
It works either way.
Sandoval was the everyday starter for the Oaks last season.
I'll
so.
also say that, yeah, Sandoval was a starter last year in center. Carrillo played the entire season for Cal Lutheran in left. So Carrillo knows what he's doing out there in left. Hynek drives that one out to right center field. It's a running catch for the right fielder, E.J. Kreitzman, that retires Hynek for out number 1.
Thought that ball was getting into the gap, but
Yeah,
you see the ball
just died.
Just die.
Yeah, it must have been off the end of the bat or something, because that wasn't all barrel.
No. Thought it was at least getting down.
Yeah.
Nice running play by Kreitzman there.
And enter Jack Brooks, the little sneaky second leadoff man, as you can use the 9-hole hitter as Brooks gets on base at a high clip. He walks, he hits, he gets hit by pitches a lot. He leads the team as the ball magnet.
His on-base percentage is .470 this summer.
Yeah, Brooksy is really just so mature for his age as a baseball player. Just really taking very good at-bats.
Thank you for being specific about mature for a baseball player. Outside the game, that's a different story. 0-2 now to Brooksy.
He's a bit of a jokester.
He is.
Yeah.
He's still got that recent high school grad in him a little bit.
Gets along well with everybody.
Yeah, he's being welcomed, though, very quickly. Forming a good
He's got a-
relationship
he's
with
got a-
his
yeah, he's got a
future
good
college
personality.
teammates.
He's got a real good personality. He's a good guy to have around.
Take
And he also doesn't,
ball 1.
like you mentioned, Austin, he has that, coming out of high school vibe, but he's also very mature. Like, you can't just get along with a bunch of guys like this randomly. Not all high schoolers would get along with these group of guys, but Brooksy certainly has.
1-2 as Brooksy skies that one to left field. Villegas will settle under it for out number 2. I'll take us back to the top of the order, and Tyler Ganus, who's 1 for 1 today. He led off the game with a double and then came around the score on a Gavin Grant RBI single. And Gannis came into this game leading the CCL on average at .451, which went up after his first at-bat. There used to be a point where Gannis could hit 500 and go 2 for 4, 3 for 6 in a game, and his average would go down as he was hitting over 600 at one point, over 500 at one point. But now he's only hitting 450 plus.
Yeah, just 450.
Yeah, in a real big slump.
I'm sure we'll see Gannis next Wednesday in the CCL showcase. We'll get you guys some more details on that.
If we don't, I'm going to be rioting.
I'll start a riot. That one gets away from Gallegos, which will allow Masino to go to second.
Yeah, if he's not the starting right fielder,
Yeah, starting somewhere, yeah.
yeah, that'd be a crime.
2-0 now.
Raul Sandoval playing center today for the Oaks. Played last year.
Out of UC Davis.
There you go.
Ganus will shoot that one to second and eats him up.
Oh, wow.
They'll score a run. See how they score that one.
That's got to be an error.
Yeah.
Really tough couple of innings right now for the Blues. That's their third error already.
Yeah.
And you got to feel for Baum, as a lot of these runs are unearned.
Yeah, and that run doesn't score either if Gallegos doesn't just let that one slip off the tip of his glove for a pass ball. That moves Masino to second, and now the one that eats up the second baseman, McGuire.
Yeah, you never really know either because the pressure changes as well. If there's a runner on first as opposed to a runner on third, it's a whole different feel.
Yeah. So Carrillo steps in. He'll flare that one out to center field, and that gets down. It'll be a single for Austin Carrillo.
Yeah, you mentioned Baum getting no help. 3 of these 4 runs are unearned.
And even there was another play right there that could have been made. So
Yeah, that was a tough one.
that's a tough one, but you feel like when the momentum is going your way, you're making
It's
that
a play
play.
that
Like
gets
if
made, right.
you don't have 3 errors already in a ball
Yeah.
game, probably making that play. But
Yeah, and made
there's-
an error on the last play too. The same
There's
play.
Yeah.
3 of those Bermuda Triangle no man's land
Yeah.
areas in the outfield. That's one of them. The other 2 are to the corners between first, second, and right, and then between short, third, and left. So Grant fouls that one back, and I think that's the first foul ball that's actually left the field of play today, which is very surprising because in our last few times here, we've had 10-plus baseballs leave the field in the first inning.
yeah, hearing you talk in my ear, I didn't get to hear who the foul ball sponsor today was.
It's not
The
not
Blues.
out in left field. No free ads from us. As Grant flares that to center in that same spot, but McGuire able to get to that one. So that'll end the inning. One comes across for the Oaks. It's 4-0 Oaks as we head to the bottom of the second. It will be Tolia, Gallegos, and Maciel due up for the Blues. We'll be back. Welcome you
You're
back.
muted,
Zach Tolia steps in. I muted myself because you keep complaining. I slam my headphones.
Oh, you do.
Tolia takes strike 1.
Tolia always seems to struggle against the Oaks.
Yeah, and he's got so many more at-bats than anybody on this team. It's absurd. 110 at-bats for Tolia. Him and Maciel are the only 2 players over 100, and nobody else is over 75.
Ooh.
Sam, you like playing with his brother?
A weird swing there with Tolia.
I don't use him on the show, man.
Tolia has played in all but 3.
Nothing against him, you know. They've also had a lot of the Blues that is, have had a lot more games than the Oaks have this season.
Yeah.
So that's why
Yeah.
Tolia's having that much at bats.
He's had played in 31 games. How many have they played in total? 34.
34. There was a point where Tully had played in every single game. One of the times we were here, yeah, that's 25 games for the Oaks so far this summer compared to the 34, so 9 more games. As Tully rolls over that one, the Granite short, he'll field, fire. Karliner stays on that one for out number 1. And yeah, I mean, Tully has played in 6 more games than the Oaks have played in the entire summer.
It's interesting. Grant did a good job on that baseball, catching it before it took that third hop. If Grant sits back there, it potentially eats him up, but he was able to cut it off and then make it a routine play.
Bring Chase Gallegos in. He's in the upper tier of average for the team for the Blues, hitting .257. This puts him inside the top 10 on the team. We'll take ball 1.
Really enjoy watching Noah Karliner play first, especially on a ground ball like that. You just see him, after it's caught, just fire it right back across the infield. Really fun to watch.
He's just a fun guy to watch wherever he's at,
Oh,
on
100%.
or off the field.
Gallegos rolls that to Grant. He'll field. He'll fire for our number 2.
See it again.
There you go.
Wouldn't be opposed to seeing it one more time this inning,
So bring
preferably early in the count.
CJ Maciel to the plate.
Maciel is the other Blues player to appear in 26 games.
And the only other player to have 100+ at-bats. So that one misses away. Ball 1.
Tully has 5 more at-bats, but he's also walked over 20 times, so he definitely has a lot more plate appearances because Maciel's only walked 8 times.
That one's rolled over to Grant again at short.
There you go, Sammy.
And there you go, Sammy.
There we go.
It's 3 groundouts, all to Gavin Grant for a 1-2-3 inning for Mike Stanford. The Oaks take their 4-0 lead to the top of the 3rd with Salgado, Karliner, and Sandoval, the heart of the order, due up.
Top of the 3rd.
I know.
AJ Salgado
AJ
up.
Salgado's in. I was waiting. Salgado takes ball 1 up. We were awaiting the arrival of our special guest.
I gave you the sign that we're
I know.
back.
There he is.
There he is. Two one now. And we'll welcome in our confidential special guest who we've been hiding from all of you. 31 now is.
Easy, bud. You're
Breathing.
breathing hard.
Did you run up here?
I sprinted up here.
Jackson White, our public address announcer. First road game. His favorite player in the box right now. I don't know if that's public information as he rips out one that's short. The out number one. How you enjoying the road trip, JW?
I'm enjoying it. It was a long bus ride up.
Yeah, it was.
Watched a couple shows. Took a nap. Played some catch during BP.
Yeah, we did.
Helped the guys out a little bit, and now I'm enjoying this game. It's going in our favor right now, and got to keep going strong. Yeah.
Karliner swings and misses at strike one. What'd you watch on the way up?
A little bit of One Tree Hill on Hulu.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a great show. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that one about?
Just a lot of high school drama, pretty
I
much.
was thinking, like, isn't that like the Degrassi kind of show?
Yes, it is.
Is Sophia Bush in that show?
She is. That's my celebrity crush. Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I love her.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
She's great.
Beautiful.
Yeah. But yeah.
Easy,
Then
guys.
once we